It is that time of the week, time to answer some audience questions. First question was sent to us via voicemail, which you can do by calling 219-2-DAVID-P any time of day. Let's take a listen.
This is Ian. I had a question.
Let me start it over.
Hey, David, this is Ian. I had a question. Now, I don't watch very much Fox News, but I've noticed that you guys and your other cooperative channels or co-sponsored channels such as Secular Talk and TYT don't cover Sean Hannity as much anymore. Is he becoming less relevant in the conservative world?
Good question. So first of all, we're not co-sponsored or anything by TYT or Secular Talk. Those are our friends, but we're completely independent. So just correcting that. Sean Hannity is in a sense less relevant. Fox News has had continued good ratings, although not quite as good as at one point. I don't know exactly how Hannity's show is doing, but I believe in the time slot, it is still at the top. Hannity is less relevant in the sense that since his time slot was moved, for the most part, and it's only been an hour, for the most part, the agenda is just set for the day. And I think that just being pushed back an hour has had a little bit of an impact on the effectiveness at Sean Hannity in creating so-called scandals and stuff for people to flip out about, which is really what a lot of conservative media is based on. So I think Hannity is not less relevant in that he's less respected by the right. I think the right loves Hannity. He's not less relevant in that he is getting worse guests or anything like that. But I do believe that in terms of his practical agenda-setting effectiveness, he has been doing less. Now, he also has the radio program, and the radio program is completely unchanged, and people, right-wing newsmakers still go on it, and they're still doing the same type of thing. I think that the rift in the Republican Party between the sort of more establishment right-wingers and then the more libertarian right-wingers, and then the Tea Partiers, and then the pro-corporate, and so on and so forth, has made it so that no one right-wing media outlet can as effectively set the agenda for the entire Republican Party. They like to call it a big tent party where there's no litmus test and blah, blah, blah. I see it as the full range of lunatic ideas are represented by different types of Republicans, and that's just the reality. And we've seen the same thing sort of happen with Rush Limbaugh, haven't we? Where part of it is that advertisers have pulled out of his show after that Sandra Fluke disaster, and we've seen also some stations drop Rush Limbaugh. So in that sense, his agenda-setting power has dropped. But to the extent that Rush Limbaugh still is listened to by the Republican Party, it's only one area of the Republican Party that is paying attention. And as a result, I think that he is definitely, both Limbaugh and Hannity don't have the same influence that they maybe had at one point.